Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Now, we straddle a lot of platforms and it's a lot to keep up with. That's why we have our social media dipstick, Digital Jenna.
Her name is Jenna and she loves cats. TikTok, Snapchat, she's a social media guru. We like to call her our social media dipstick. By the way, she's single.
See what you did there.
So, Jenna, what has touched a nerve this week on our socials?
Yeah, well, it's actually been 2 weeks since we were here, so a lot has happened in the 2 weeks. We've seen a mixed response to Taylor Swift's new album, The Life of a Showgirl.
You're a Swiftie. Did you take it personally?
Well, to be honest, I was a bit disappointed with the album, but I still love her and I will still continue to listen to it. And other Swifties have felt the same as well. So that's been very mixed. But the biggest story actually involves us. So during our break, there was news that Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman had divorced. And back in September last year, we actually had Keith in for a chat. And, you know,
so it makes me so uncomfortable.
And normally our interviews with Keith are fun and, you know, casual and laid back. And he's always willing to talk about Nicole. It's always fun. But this one was a bit different. Anyway, before we get into that, this video that I decided to upload has reached over 50 million views across socials.
What?
50 million?
Yes.
Around the world, presumably?
Yep, around the world. So it's been picked up by some really huge media outlets. We've had Shameless Podcast, People Magazine, Hello Magazine, Page 6, Just Jared, and even better, it's reached an even bigger visual audience on Entertainment Tonight and The Nerve with Maureen Callahan.
And what are they all saying?
Oh, we'll see.
Keith Urban's awkward answers to questions about now ex Nicole Kidman going viral as fans resurfaced that interview on Australian radio's Jonesy and Amanda. The singer seemingly knew his love story was over at the time of the taping.
Yep.
Wow.
So that was Entertainment Tonight. And then we have The Nerve with Maureen Callahan.
So we are going to watch and listen to Keith on Australia's Gold 101.7. It's the Jonesy and Amanda show from September 2024. So this is over 1 year ago. And when when Nicole is brought up, Keith looks visibly uncomfortable as listen, and if this is the host, Amanda, who's speaking here, she is running roughshod over all of the signals that Keith, I mean, these are like 911 signals Keith is giving here.
It's true. At the time, I remember thinking, stop talking
Well,
about
you're
it.
about to hear the
Stop
clip, but
talking
let me
about
say
it.
what I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to run rush.
No, women are obsessed with the love story.
What I was trying to do was there was an awkward moment, and he went, yeah, whatever. And I was thinking, if you just answer the question and say, yeah, isn't it interesting? And then we can move on.
Yeah.
But there were just giant gaps. And I just wanted to get to the end so we could move on to
I
something.
wish we had the clenchometer on for my bot because it was
Here it
pretty
is.
clenchy.
Can I ask you, speaking of your amazing love story with Nicole, you met at G'day Australia. Is that what it was called?
G'day LA.
G'day LA.
Yeah.
If you hadn't both been there that day, would your paths somewhere have inevitably crossed, or maybe this incredible
probably.
life story wouldn't have happened?
No, I think it would.
Yeah? Are you a believer in fate, or do you think as two Australians it would have happened?
No idea.
This is awkward, Jones.
I just often think that if you weren't at that event, maybe you don't have the same friendship group, it may never have happened.
Stop now.
Well, never know.
You never know.
It's fate. It's the universe.
Wrap it up.
Anyway, moving on.
I think so. Do you know what?
Because you're like a cop.
No.
You're like you might as well shine a light in his face.
In my defence here, he and Nicole have spoken about, and I'm a big fan of both of them, have spoken about their relationship a lot. He writes songs about Nicole. He talks about her on a lot of programs and on our program previously. So it wasn't out of line to embark on that question. And he just left us hanging. This is radio, those awkward silences. I was trying to get him to give us a sentence and then we can move on.
It's true. He used to kiss her on the red carpet.
Well, actually, a
Not
lot of
anymore.
the comments were actually in support of you, Amanda, with many not appreciating the way that Keith responded to your comments, and then others being like, Jonesy sounded dumb with his.
Well, I'm trying to
It was
wrap
as
it up.
awkward as
It was
hell.
as awkward as hell.
But
I
you
was
could have
going,
moved it along. You didn't.
I
We
should
just,
have.
We just
you know what I should
sat
have
in
said?
the
I should
horror.
have said he doesn't want to talk about his misso. I should have said that.
And
that's
I
a
would have
lesson
said,
for
well,
me.
he's commodified the misso, so here we are.
Yeah. On another note, our Robert Irwin and Jonesy Dancing with the Stars comparison video is
About
also doing
clenchometer.
very well. So this week, you both danced the cha-cha. So I decided to.
Well, it was how many years ago was it for Jonesy? He didn't do it this week.
No,
It feels like yesterday.
it was like 10 years ago, something like that. So I decided to put a poll on our socials asking who did better. And unsurprisingly, 69% of people said Robert. But
So there were some that said Jonesy.
Yeah, but I think out of sympathy, they felt sorry for you.
That was my best dance.
Well, a lot of people said that you stuck to the cha-cha style more than Robert.
Wow. Scarily, it was my first dance. So,
What? No, because Marie said, you're looking stiff as a board, but solid improvement from Jonesy.
that was my first one.
well,
So many
I
people
got
have
worse.
said you've improved.
No, I got worse because you practice, and all I did was practice the first one and the rest of them, and then I didn't expect to stay for as long as I did.
Okay. Well, since this segment started, actually, as you know, our online audience continues to grow, and people are still not realizing that Jonesy looks the way he does. So,
meaning in a positive way.
Susie actually direct messaged us and said, confession. For quite a few years, I thought Jonesy was Fitzy from Nova FM.
Oh,
When I would hear Jonesy's dulcet tones and motorbike talk over the airwaves, it would match Fitzy's visual aesthetic.
do people think Jonesy's more handsome than they pictured? I can't tell whether they're saying they're disappointed you're not Fitzy.
You know, it's not all about me on this.
It seems to be.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Yeah, can the dancing end?
Oh, yeah.
And then others are just like, oh, he's weird.
Okay. Well, you can candy coat this stuff, Jenna.
Well, it's the truth. You want the
You want
honest
the
Okay,
truth.
yeah, well, you know. but
Yeah,
Still.
you think I pepper people with questions.
Roll the outro,
To
Ryan.
call her on social media dipstick by the way she sings.
And I think we've just offended Fitzy.
Now it's going to be, why don't you pepper him with questions? Tell us about your wife, Fitzy.